Why is human trafficking such a personal issue to you? It's not just a business, it is a personal issue.
Yeah, and I'm thankful, Kevin, for anybody that picks up that fight, because God moves their heart. But for us, it is personal. I was raised without a father, single mother, amazing woman of God. When I was 18, my sister was 12, and that year, Ilonka was trafficked. And nobody knew that it was trafficking, of course. And that was a 6-year journey to Ilonka's rescue. So you're talking about a lot changes in a child's life from 12 to 18. Those 6 years are pivotal years, but it's by design. And so then we learned through her eyes what trafficking is and what men had done, and how certain men will buy a human being like a commodity or sell a human being like a commodity, particularly children, right? And you are flooded with guilt and resentment of yourself, and where was I as a protector? And then you learn this thing called force, fraud, and coercion. You learn how predators operate. And that's 28 years ago. So 28 years now we've been in this fight. And the alarming thing, Kevin, is that it's never been worse than today. And it's nowhere worse than in the United States of America.
Well, we're in the economic war room. This is a type of economic warfare. It's probably the most human type of economic warfare. This and forced organ harvesting and the just atrocious things that people do to other human beings. Slavery, sex slavery, all of these things. So is it really all about the money, or is there more to it?
There's more to it, but let's talk economics just for a second, and just to put things in perspective for Americans. And you do such an incredible job with the show. As a patriot, Kevin, I respect and honor you. You do amazing work, your team. So thank you for how you invest into our culture. We're talking about a $52 billion, with a B, billion-dollar industry worldwide. $52 billion, we're talking women and children sold for sex in America, in the 50 states of America. American children, American women predominantly, some men and boys too. But remember, that's an EBITDA number. That's a no tax number.
Yeah.
That's a net game, EBITDA number. So you tell me, what is a gross margin and a gross profit on a company that has a 52 billion EBITDA?
Yeah.
That's a company that dwarfs Nike, Coca-Cola, Under Armour, the NFL. You're talking about selling children for sex in this country is bigger business than all of the sports brands combined.
And it is, from what I understand, the biggest business of the Super Bowl. With all the ads and everything else, Super Bowl came here, and we got some of the police warnings about the spike in human trafficking that would result just from having that event in this location.
And if you remember that year, we actually had a victory by God's hand because we had a massive ice storm that Super Bowl. People couldn't move, and we were like, hey, the traffickers can't get to the kids. But you're right, when people move, people get sold. But it is economics drive it, but it's not the main driver. We know the love of money is the root of evil. Otherwise, money is just an amazing tool in God's hand. It's a moral issue, Kevin. It's an identity issue. And if you look at America today, really, what's our number one problem? We have a massive identity crisis. The nation. The nation has an identity crisis of why did God allow America to be in the first place? What's the purpose of America, the United States, in the kingdom of God? What role does it play in the second coming of Jesus? What role does it play in being a light to the world? Hope, redemption, restoration of lives. We've lost our identity. In Swoop's movements, it's we'll give you an identity. As a matter of fact, you can be one of 3,000 genders. And then we have to ask why children. And the reason why children are being attacked through sex is a powerful weapon. It's very powerful. It's destructive when it's contorted in the wrong direction. And ultimately, it's to destroy legacy. It's the legacy of this nation. That flag, which we honor, that flag is a symbol. That's not America. It's a symbol. America's people, Kevin.
Right. 4% of the world's population.
Yes.
But based on your statistic, maybe a third of the human trafficking revenues?
Inside the 50 states.
Just in the United
We're
States.
We're the number one nation on earth demanding, because supply meets demand. Business Econ 101.